Even when everything seems lost, even when the world screams fear, I still hear the voice of God saying, calm down,
I'm in control.
this is faith, this is peace.
In the middle of chaos,
The world's spinning fast, pressure on my mind, bills coming in, problems in line, sleepless nights, hot tears on my face. But God whispers softly, I'm in this place. When hope starts feeling far away, when fear grows bigger every day, I remember the promise that will remain. Who walks with God walks through the pain. I've seen doors slam right in my face, seen friends turn into enemies in a race, seen dreams turning into dust and fall. But God taught me how to stand through it all. In the darkest valley I walked alone. When I thought I'd fall, I prayed to the throne. When nobody reached out a hand to me, it was God holding my heart faithfully. The war happens inside the mind, but His peace is a different kind. It doesn't depend on what's going on, it depends on who sits on the throne. And the one who reigns is the King of Kings, the one who never lost a single thing. If chaos screams that I will fall, faith replies, I was born to stand tall. When fear comes surrounding me, when pain tries controlling me, I close my eyes so I can see God is still fighting for me.
peace in the middle of chaos.
When everything tries to bring me
Down,
I lift my eyes to heaven and remember who holds my crown.
peace in the middle of chaos.
Even when everything falls apart, if God is walking with me, nothing can tear me apart. Peace in the middle of chaos. The world can scream out loud, but the voice of God tells me, my child, the streets speak loud, temptation calls, many got lost behind those walls. Easy promises, shortcuts to take, but the end is always darkness and fate. I've seen wars inside the soul, smiles outside but pain taking control. But when I fell down on my knees, God filled my heart with peace. It wasn't money, it wasn't fame, it was love that heals the pain. It was His presence showing the way when confusion tried to stay. They asked me, how do you endure? I say my strength is secure. It doesn't come from this world of pride, it comes from the Creator side. They try to break my faith before, they try to silence my voice in war, but when I feel like giving in, I remember who died for our sin. If the cross wasn't the end of the story, then my struggle ain't the end of my glory. If He conquered death that day, then I know I'll find my way.
Peace in the middle of chaos.
When everything tries to bring me down, I lift my eyes to heaven and remember who holds my crown.
Peace in the middle of chaos.
Even when everything falls apart, God is walking with me, nothing can tear me apart.
Peace in the middle of chaos.
The world can't scream out loud, but the voice of God tell me, my child, you can make it through somehow. Some days the heart feels heavy, some days the faith feels small. Doubt keeps knocking on the door, hope almost walking out the hall. But God never leaves His child, even when the road is wild. He turns every tear to a lesson learned, and every desert to something earned. Chaos might scream out loud, but God's peace runs deeper somehow. It doesn't depend on what we see, it grows from divine intimacy. When the world says it's over now, fixed his eyes on Christ. He walked above the stormy times. So I lift my eyes again today, even when everything fades away. Because the one who walks with the Lord never walks without his word. If the night feels like it will never end, God still lights the stars again. If the road feels closed and tight, he opens doors in the darkest night. If pain tries to make you stay, faith will help you find the way. Because the one who trusts the Lord always finds a new reward.
Peace in the middle of chaos.
When everything tries to bring me down, I lift my eyes to heaven and remember who holds my crown.
Peace in the middle of chaos.
Even when everything falls apart, if God is walking with me, nothing can tear me apart.
Peace in the middle of chaos.
I will never give in, 'cause the one who walks with God will always rise again. If chaos surrounds you today,
Breathe.
God is still in control.
The storm doesn't decide your destiny.
God does.
And when God is in the boat,
Even chaos learns to obey.
peace
In the middle
of chaos.
Peace in the middle.
Of chaos.
Sometimes it's a prayer without words. God saw every tear no one ever saw, and he never wastes pain. Tears that turn to praise. Crying turns to anointing. In the valley, you're shaping my heart. When I fall to my knees, heaven moves in my favor. My tears turn to praise. My battle is the Lord. Tears that turn to praise. Pain that turns into power. The process hurts, but it makes me grow stronger. When the night won't leave, I've learned how to trust. 'Cause the God who tests me is the God who will honor us. Yeah. I walk through bays, run the sun with a rash. Smile on my face, but inside I just wanted to hide. Pressure screaming, telling me to get up and fight. But the promise there saying I was still doing time. While I was trying, God was shaking me to silence. What looked like punishment wasn't just draining province. No one saw the floor, the room, the loneliness, but God saw it out of hurt and the prayer I sing. They said, stop, this is a myth. But they didn't know the God who kept me standing. If the world says yours, trying to make me say, God opens roads, no human eyes can see your strength. If fear comes, I don't retreat. If the pain gets tight, I still believe. 'Cause those who trust him to the end never walk alone. God walks with me. Praying turns to anointing. In the valley, he's safe from my heart. When I fall to my knees, heaven moves in my faith. But tears time you pray. My battle is the Lord's. Seas that turn to flame, that turns into bound. Process hurts, but it makes me grow stronger. And the night won't leave, I've learned how to trust. 'Cause the God who tests me is the God who will honor us. I watch friends leave, promises fall to the ground, doors closed. Silence was the answer I found, but in the silence, doubt speaks even loud. But he trains warriors who don't live for the crowd. I learned that faith isn't plain, it's observant. It's moving forward, leaving right fear. It's still never, it's crying to seek doubts and anointed, believing the unseen, staying focused, appointed. When I thought the end had finally arrived, God said, child, this is just the start of your calling life. My ways me down today will turn into a story. My desert is a road, so my own we go and grow.
Every tear is a seed in the ground.
I've been waters in the right season, that one heaven.
Mine may last through the night, I know.
But praise is coming when the morning shows. They saw my failures, but they never saw my prayer. They heard my crying, but it ain't in he had misery. Those who walk the God bleed, but they never beat it out perfect.
Tears that burn the fight.
Victory in the end,
Rise to me.
supernatural state. When the world feels heavy,
Every holds me into love.
my tears turn to praise. My life belongs to the Lord.
Jesus,
I won't stop now. If God promised that He work it all out, from my tears a song of passing star was crying today. You lift me up to walk my heart. It wasn't easy, but it was God. If today I cry at the foot of the cross, tomorrow I sing from the top of the mountain. This isn't about the absence of pain, it's about the presence of God. I didn't quit when it hurt, I stayed and I won. How many nights I cried in secret, heart heavy, knees pressed to the cement. The world kept saying you won't make it through, but God kept whispering I will lift you. I was tested in the fire of pressure, betrayed, judged, stepped on in the center. But every fall became foundation, every tear turned into consecration. I learned the valley's not my end, it's just a road that makes me stand with faith that doesn't break or bend. When you walk with Christ, you don't descend. When the pain tried to silence me, my faith started roaring inside of me. Hell thought that this was the end of me, but God already wrote a victory over the pain.
I overcame.
It wasn't my strength.
God in my veins.
When I thought it was the end,
He said, my child.
trust in my name.
Over the pain, I remain.
Even weak, I
Stay the same.
if I'm still standing,
Here today.
it's grace that carried me all the way. It wasn't luck, it was purpose. Every battle had a purpose. Experience, maturity, God was training me for authority. While they laughed at my prayer, heaven was moving pieces down here. What looked like delay was preparation. What felt like war became promotion. I saw doors slam in my face, but God opened doors no one could replace. What they tried to use to stop my rise turned to testimony in my life. Scars on shame,
Their memory.
proof that I survived the story.
If the desert tried to dry my soul.
Living water made me whole. I didn't break,
I didn't break.
I didn't fold,
I didn't trade.
I didn't trade
I keep my faith.
my faith for.
The crowns of gold.
If the cross was the price,
I paid my role.
but I rose with the King.
Who saved my
The
soul?
one who called me equips my fight. The
define you. The promise positions you. If you're still standing, it's because God isn't finished with you yet.
Over the pain, you can overcome too. It's not about what they say, it's about what God declared. I'm not a product of chance, I'm a child of the promise. Yeah. Even in the valley, I'm still standing. They try to write my ending before the right time. Laughed at my dreams, said the vision wasn't mine. Yours kept closing, but I saw God's hand, turning every scar into a testimony stand. They said you'll never make it out, but the one who called me doesn't deal in doubt. I walked through fire, but I never burned, cause the promise was bigger than the pain I earned. In the grams that I learned opinions, in the framing I discovered this permission. When everything around me screamed no way, haven't tried a decision yesterday. I don't live by what I see, I live by what he spoke to me. If he promised, he's already done, and what he started, he won't run. I'm a child of the promise, marked by the hand of God. They can try to come against me, but heaven holds the eyes. I'm a child of the promise, I don't stop in the trial. If the world shuts the doors, God opens new miles. I don't fall, I grow, I don't quit, I go. Born into a promise, I don't die in the Lord. I thought about quitting, not leave me, but I remember what was said in the secret. Before you were born, I chose your name. So how could I walk away from the flame? The process hurt, but it shaped me. The pressure came, but it trained me. If the battle's big, but is bigger, I don't fear giants, I know my deliverer. They try to push me back in fear, but my face stay forward from here. I'm not built by the opinion spoken, I'm the result of words God has chosen. In the dark, I saw the light. In the silence, I heard Christ saying, child, just remain, cause what's in promise will sustain. If they try to stop you, remember who called. If they say it's over, remember who started it all. A promise doesn't bow to circumstance, it stands on God's faithfulness. You fell, get up, it hurt, keep moving. It's hard, stay steady. Promises don't die in the battle. Marked by the hand of God. They can try to fight against me, but heaven is my God. Oh, I'm a child of the promise, and my faith won't fade. If God wrote my name down, it can't be erased. It wasn't luck, it wasn't random, it wasn't coincidence, it was promise. And the promise never backs down. It wasn't the end, it was just the beginning. From the ashes, glory. I felt the weight of the world on my shoulder, seen promises turn to locked doors, heard no echo deep in my soul, while faith kept whispering, just hold. I cried alone inside my room, wondering if it still made sense, if the calling was really true or just a dream with no defense. But in the silence I heard your voice, and I never left your side. When the whole world turned its back, heaven was fighting for my life. I was tested in the fire, pain refining the pressure of war. The enemy thought it was over, God wrote a different score. What was ashes became testimony, what was falling became a rise, what was tears became my strength, and fear lost its disguise. They tried to bury me, forgot that I'm a seed. The valley didn't kill me, it just made me stronger indeed. If I survive the night, it's cause the promise still shines. When you walk it out by faith, you're never walking alone in the fight. From the ashes to glory, I watch God move when the world said it's over. He said watch what I'll do. From the ashes to glory, I lived a miracle within. If the fire didn't destroy me, God ain't finished with me yet. From the ashes to glory, I was reborn through faith. What they tried to erase, now nobody can replace.
They said it was way too late, that my time had passed me by. But the one who controls the clock is the God who called my life. I'm not a statistic, I'm a living promise made. Hell tried to stop my grind, but my faith don't play defense. It invades, saw doors slam in my face. Saw friends turn strange, but God was shaping the warrior while I thought it was just pain. Every scar got purpose, every fight was preparation. The process hurt, I admit, but it built my elevation. Now I stand firm on the ground where I once broke down in tears. Cause the same God in the valley is the one who lifts me here. I don't live off applause or human validation. My identity's from above, my victory ain't decoration. If they try to erase my story, they forgot who holds the pen. I'm a child of the promise, not a product of despair within. The fire only revealed the gold that was concealed. Those born to walk in purpose don't die defeated in the field. If I'm still standing right now, it ain't luck, it's grace. And they held me in the desert will see me in a higher place. From the ashes to glory. From the ashes to glory. I watched God build when they said it's impossible. He said watch it get fulfilled. From the ashes to glory. My tears became a song. What was pain became power, and weakness made me strong. From the ashes to glory. I'm living proof today. Those who trust in the Lord always find a way. Always find a way. If you're thinking about quitting today, listen close. The valley ain't your home, it's just a road you pass. Pain ain't a sentence, it's training that will last. God never lost control, even when you lost your ground. What looks like ruins now will turn around. Breathe, He's still writing your pain. If you're still alive, He's still moving in the stage. I came out the ashes with fire in my eyes, faith in my chest, promise in my hands held high. It wasn't easy, but it had to be, to step into the supernatural He designed for me. Now I walk fearless, cause I know who leads. The God who raised me from the dust is doing greater deeds. My story don't end in pain or on humiliation's page. I was marked for victory before the battle stage. If hell tried to stop me, it saw my future bright. But those who stand on the rock never lose the light. I'm living proof God restores, He rewrites destiny. From ashes He makes profits from the unlikely. Royalty from the ashes to glory. I watch God move. If the fire didn't kill me, it's cause I was born to rise. From the ashes to glory, reborn through faith. What looked like the end was just a starting place. From the ashes to glory. 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 It wasn't the end, it was just the beginning. From the ashes to glory.
From the struggle to the glory. It wasn't love, it was promise. It wasn't easy, it was process. They tried to stop me, I was standing tall. The world's let go, but God stay calm. I cried in the valley, but I didn't quit. Cause the one who called me don't lie, not a beat. From the struggle to the glory, some guy moved when nobody believed he had something to prove. From the floor of pain to the top of victory, I'm living proof. From struggle to glory, from the struggle to the glory, none of it was vain. Every scar I carried turned to power from the pain. Now I stay firm in my story. I came from a struggle, now I'm living in glory. Late nights in silence, fighting inside, heavy heart, nowhere to hide. They said give up, these ain't your lane, but I heard his voice call my name. I fell down, but I didn't stay. Bees on the ground became my way. Why the world after my scar? God was writing my future in stars, forging the fire and pressure and heat. Shaped by the pain, but anointed to lead. If I shine now, it's cause I endured the kind of process most couldn't secure. They tried to stop me, I'm standing tall. The world said no, God said call. I cried in the valley, but I didn't quit. Cause the one who called me don't lie, not a bit. From the struggle to the glory. people's diggle. The weight got heavy, I just cruised on. It ain't about pain disappearing one day, it's about God walking with me all the way. They call me weak, said I wouldn't rise, but my God specializes in surprise. He takes the broken, makes them champions, turns rejection into influence. Now I look back and I understand, every note was part of his plan. Every tear was a seed in the ground, blooming right on time. Look at me now, if I survive, it was by grace. If I advance, it's cause he made the way. My path no man can block or destroy. When God decides, nothing can void. I don't stop, I proceed. Heaven's my shelter when I'm in need. If the fight comes, I know who's with me. From the struggle to the glory, I saw God move. Right in the chaos, he pulled me through. Now I'm singing victory. I came from the struggle, now I live in glory. From the struggle to the glory, supernatural. What seemed impossible turned factual. I'm a testimony of his story. I came from the struggle and stepped into glory.
Not about what I see, it's about what he said. I don't walk by sight, I walk by promise. They try to stop me, said it's over, but the one who writes my story never failed. I walked through the valley, but I didn't stay there, cause the voice that called me taught me how to move forward. Dark nights, knees on the ground, silence in heaven, but peace in my heart. The world kept saying, quit, you won't make it, but God was whispering, I'm gonna honor you. Every scar became living proof that the promise is still active and true. It's not luck, it's purpose in motion. I'm the result of perseverance and devotion. If the storm comes, I won't back down. The one who promises faithful to stand his ground. They can try to blur my vision, but I'm covered and sealed by his anointing. I'm marked by the promise, even in war, my faith never stops. 1,000 may fall all around, I remain, I know who wears the crown. Marked by the promise, I don't live in fear, I live in assurance. If he said it, it will be done. I'm still standing, let the whole world shake if it won't. Oh, shake if it won't. I've cried before, but not in vain. Every tear was water in my calling and my aim. The desert didn't kill my hope, it only made my confidence grow. They call me weak, unlikely, but when God moves, it's undeniable mighty. When he marks you, no one can erase it. When he sends you, no one can replace it. I don't negotiate my identity, I'm an heir to eternity. The enemy tries to confuse my direction, but I know where I'm from and where I'm headed. Elevation. If the promise is alive, I won't stop. If he's with me, I'll rise to the top. The cross taught me how to stand, faith taught me to trust his plan. I don't walk alone in this mission, I carry heaven's seal of approval and vision. Heaven signed off on my destiny. I'm his child, chosen, I belong to him eternally. Marked by the promise, even in war, my faith never stops. If the world doubts, I'll prove that those who trust in God don't lose. Marked by the promise, it's not luck, it's faithfulness written. The impossible tries to block my way, but I carry what he promised. I will live one day, I will live one. They can talk, they can doubt, but I know what he promised me. And if he promised, it's already mine. This isn't music, it's a stand. It's not a stage, it's a battlefield. Those who are called don't choose comfort, they choose purpose. I'm on the front line, it wasn't easy getting here, I know. Nights with no answer, still I stood stronger. When pain was screaming louder than my faith, I remember the one who promised was God himself. Okay, they saw me weak but never saw the altar. While I was crying, God was teaching me to conquer. Every wound turned into living proof. If you walk through the fire, you don't come back the same, that's true. They said stop, this ain't for you to be. But when you're called, you don't live to convince you. See, I don't run from war, I face the lion's roar. Cause greater than a giant is the anointing that I wore. It's not about applause, it's surrender. It's not about the stage, it's obedience. When hell rises up in fury, it's cause heaven already sealed the victory. I'm on the front line, steady, I won't retreat. I keep marching to the beat. The one who holds me up, his faithful never fails. It's God who guards me in the middle of the battle. On the front line, with faith and truth inside, shielded by his promise, sealed in my identity. If the war is heavy, grace is even more. I stand my ground cause God's my shield and Lord. I learned to hear God in the middle of the chaos. When everything collapses, he speaks in peace, not noise. While the world demands results right now, God builds my character in a slow, painful route. Somehow I've thought about quitting more than once, but heaven's voice keeps bringing clarity at once. Son, hold on, I'm shaping you. He says even when it hurts, he's still preparing me ahead. I don't walk alone, I know who sent me out. The one who chose me is the same who holds me now. If the fight is constant, it's not punishment. It's training for the ones born to be living instruments. Those set apart don't live the same. Whoever walks with God won't be immune to all the trials, to persecution, but they stay standing firm by conviction. I'm on the front line, I won't fall back. If he said advance, I obey that command. I'm on the right, I won't fall back. I obey that command. The one who holds me up, his faithful never fails. It's God who guards me in the middle of the battle. With faith and truth inside, sealed in my identity. If the war is heavy, grace is even more. I stand my ground cause God's my shield and Lord. If they try to silence my voice, heaven shouts louder than side of me. If they try to steal my faith, God renews it, he cares from the end to beginning. Yes, I don't fight to prove who I am, I fight cause I know who called my name. My strength doesn't come from a mighty arm, it comes from the God who conquered even death.
If I fall,
he lifts me up.
if I bleed,
He restores my soul.
kingdom soldier.
Doesn't run from pain, he walks through it with faith, courage and love. It's not about surviving, it's about remaining. Those who remain see the promise. Those who retreat lose territory. I wasn't called to the crowd, I was called to war. Yeah. On the front line, with heaven by my side,
Angels all around.
hell already denied. I won't retreat, deny, I'll stop. I march with Christ, armored and ready to rise.
On the front line,
It's where I'll stay until the purpose fully breaks through my way. If the war is long, I won't surrender. Whoever fights with God starts as a winner. It wasn't luck, it wasn't coincidence. It was process, it was pressure, it was God. I've been on the ground, but now I know, from the ground to the altar, it's him who lifts me up. I felt a call to midnight with nobody to call. Felt a weight of silence when everything would fall. Closed doors, torn dreams, scattered on the floor. But God taught me how to pray when I couldn't take no more. They called me weak, said he ain't gonna win. Laughed at my faith, didn't know what's within. I was broken, but I wasn't defeated. Wounded inside, but still spirit connect. To the heavens, to the promise, to the voice that called my name when nobody believed in me. He did just the same. When I cried in the secret place, he wiped my tears. Every single
From the ground I prayed and heaven replied. Now I'm living what he prophesied. From the ground to the altar, it was God who made me rise. From the pain came my worship, from the war came my cry. From the ground to the altar, I saw miracles start. The ones who saw me in the dust, now see God lift my heart. I almost quit, I confess. Fear tried to lock me in the process, but every time I lost my way, the Spirit's voice will remind me who I am today. I'm not the product of chance, I'm a divinely written plan. Before I formed inside the womb, my destiny was in His hands. They look at my story and see scars, but don't know the nights I prayed in the dark. Don't know the invisible wars, I fought on the knees on the ground when hope seemed lost. I saw impossible turn to testimony, locked doors turn into destiny. What was shame became authority, what was weakness shaped identity. I don't carry guilt no more, I carry purpose instead. Enemy try to bury me, forgot I was a seed in the dirt. Not dead. I was seed in the dirt. Not dead.
Who said it's over? Who said you won't make it there? If God breathed life inside you, nobody can stop your prayer. The ground is not your final place, it's just the start of construction. God uses valleys like classrooms to build a champion's function. If it was tears, He turns it to anointing. If it was falling, He turns it to direction. If it was pain, He turns it to a mission. Out of chaos, He builds a worshiper's vision.
Go ahead. From the ground to the altar, it was God who made me rise. From the pain came my worship, from the war came my cry. From the ground to the altar, I saw miracles start. The ones who saw me in the dust, now see God lift my heart. I came from the bottom but I won't drown. A foundation that ain't built on this ground. My hope ain't tied to money or fame. Send the one true God forever the same. They try to silence my voice, but God who walks by my side. The Lion of Judah goes before me, I never walk alone in the fight. If storms come, I remain. If winds blow, I don't break. My faith ain't based on what I see, it's built on the God I know by faith. I've been doubted and questioned, but never abandoned. Judged and rejected, but by God I was planted. From the ground I saw the altar, from the altar I saw purpose. Now my life stands as proof, God rewrites what once was worthless. If you're hearing this right now, and you feel like you're on the ground, know this, the ground is not your destination, it's the beginning